The lunch break, like how hard can I say that? Paid lunch breaks gone. Like the one thing you have. The one thing you have. And also rest breaks. So I'll shout out everyone who's like, well, I don't know. Donald Trump has something to say about it. Yeah, remember all those times you had to go cry in the freezer because you had a goddamn bad day? It happens to dudes too. You were working on the forklift and you got a call and you had to go just sit in the freezer and have yourself a little boo-hoo. You're fired now. You can't have that. You can't have the 5 minutes in the freezer. You can't shit without watching your clock because they can fire you for taking this shit now. They're taking everything from you. You have nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're here, you know that I'm a bit of a lefty. People do say I'm a bit of a lefty. I'm not as psychotic, I guess, as you would say, as other people that are on the internet, but I do appreciate the working man because I was a working man and having jobs sucks and having to deal with bosses and shit is a misery that I think we all can say is fucking miserable. There's no way to fancy it up. I'm pro-union. I am pro-labor. Pretty much off fucking rip. I don't even give a shit. Like, you'll have to tell me 3 times that somebody in labor is fucking something up before I even like give you the time of day. Like, okay, fine. Let's see. Kentucky, leading the nation, has a very real possibility of legally removing the requirement for bosses to give you a paid lunch break or any rest breaks during the day. Look, I know it's a crazy state, it's a commonwealth, but we're bringing slavery back. Make America great again, not 1950s, 1850s. We're going all the way back. I have no compunction saying that removing work breaks and rest breaks is just a fucking step back towards slavery. I have no compunction saying that at all. And I think that it should be kind of like flex like that. Like, yeah. Kentucky politicians are trying to bring back slavery bit by bit because I don't know what the fuck else this is. I'm going to read the article. I will put it up on the screen for you. This is from the Courier-Journal. Shout out our local newspaper for another couple weeks until I leave. Support your local journalism. They are doing stuff like this. Your streamers that you can support me. If you like me talking about stuff, by the way, you can always send a super chat. You can always donate some members. You can always become a member and get access to sick ass emojis. But if you have to support anybody, and you're choosing between someone like fucking Hassan or even like Destiny, and you could choose local journalism, try the local journalism. Just try it for a little bit, okay? So, this is, could Kentucky workers lose lunch breaks? Bill repealing right to breaks advances. By Rebecca Grapevine. I heard it through the grapevine. I bet she's never heard that joke before. It's gonna make her lose her mind. Oh, I heard it through the grapevine. Anyway, sorry. Frankfurt. A House committee this week approved a bill that would eliminate Kentucky workers' rights to lunch and rest breaks. It's just straightforward. By the way, I'm not doing a lefty interpretation of this where I'm like, well, if you see the deeper meaning of the bill and you kind of like, if you work sideways from it, like, will you get to it? No. Like conservatives eat fucking 10 pounds of shit through a fucking inch-wide straw. You are stripping rights from workers. Republicans are stripping rights from workers. Of course, it's this Wilford Brimley. Like, this motherfucker is built like he is built like he wants to be sitting on the fucking whitewashed porch of a fucking plantation. Like, he's got the most hit him harder. This is the most whip that boy harder I've ever seen in a human being in my life. Like, dude, he's got the whole vibe. This is the whole, bring me some iced tea and tell them two in the back they need to work harder. Overseer, how many of my boys have you whipped today? Like, he's got that whole vibe. I don't give a fuck. We're in Kentucky. He can eat my shit. He's probably related to slave owners, unironically. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, Kentucky law currently requires employers to give workers an unpaid lunch break in the middle of their shift. It also requires paid 10-minute breaks for every 4 hours worked, as well as time and a half overtime pay on the 7th day of work in a row. If enacted, House Bill 500, sponsored by Representative Philip Pratt, Republican, Georgetown, would repeal those requirements. I unironically hope this dude has a fucking massive aneurysm just right in front of his grandkids. I would love to find out that his last fleeting moments on Earth were watching, like, whoever he loves watch the fucking life drain out of him. Like, Grandpa, what's happening? Like, I wish that on you. Because you're stripping rights from workers. I don't feel like it's excessive. Like, literally, fuck you. Like, fuck you, you piece of shit, you rat fuck you. Like right? Like, am I crazy? It's not like I'm fucking popping off about some like niche who knows how it's actually going to be put in place. Like, this is the step before the step. You know, if we keep continuing down this road, we might have a but like in this case, it's just like, no, you just no longer have a fucking right to lunch. You don't have a right. They can fire you. It's a right to fire state. So if you stop to eat in the middle of the day, you can be fired. If you take a break, you can be fired. Because when you have the breaks set into law, they can't fire you for taking a break. They can't say like, oh, well, you weren't working, you can be fired. You know what I mean? It's your fucking break. It's your fucking break. The middle of the day break is your fucking break. Dude, it is insane. He's trying to take your lunch break away. If you're a Republican in Kentucky and you voted for this fucking clown, literally, you're a dumb fuck. You're just stupid. You're stupid and you deserve to be disrespected by people. That's it. You're just a fucking moron. There's no like, I'm trying to reach out across the aisle and like understand where you're coming from. You're just a dumb fucking idiot. You're fucking white trash. I hate you personally. You disgust me. I hope the fucking undercarriage of your favorite truck rots out and you fall through it onto I-64 going 85. You're so fucking stupid for voting for this moron. And all of the people that are co-sponsoring the bill. The bill has drawn the opposition of organized labor groups and others, including an employment law attorney. Federal law does not require employers to offer lunch or rest breaks, and Pratt said the purpose of his bill is to modernize Kentucky labor law to match federal law. If you have this hairline, you're not allowed to talk about modernization. If you're built like this, if you look within like an 80% match of Wilford Brimley's diabetes, if you look within 80% of that, you're not allowed to talk. You're not allowed to use the word modernize. It's not for you anymore because you don't even know what it fucking means. You're trying to bring shit up to fucking 1990s standards at this point. Like this dude fucking still like is lamenting the fucking death of Reagan. You know what I mean? Well, how long ago was that? Was that like 20 years ago? He probably is. That actually was a minute. Oh my god. Yeah, he's in Kentucky's 62nd district. Fuck him. Pratt said the difference between the state and federal labor law creates confusion for Kentucky employers. It's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. You just get a half-hour lunch break. It's written out so fucking specifically. This guy's just an asshole. We'll get deeper into it. You won't be surprised to find he's a small business owner. Pratt said employers can still provide lunch breaks and rest periods if they choose to, and his business, a landscaping company. Can I say that again? A landscaping company. I got them out in the fields. I got some hard-working young men for me. People don't understand what it takes to make $1 these days. I give them a good break. I treat my boys good. Gotta say. If you work for this guy, by the way, if you work for fucking, I don't know, whatever it is, let's see, what Philip Pratt Landscaping, let's just fucking light him up. Oh yeah, native Georgetown. Okay, so it's Pratt's Lawn and Landscape, out of Georgetown. Of course, this is his fucking website. Jesus goddamn fucking Christ. Absolute fucking dog shit. President and owner, there he is. Graduate of Scott County High School and the University of Kentucky while in the UK. He was a member of the Alpha Gamma Rho fraternity. Do you see in the University of Kentucky or the actual 92? I knew it. married to the former Martha Jane Nave. The fuck does that mean? Of course, their daughter works for the goddamn company. All right. So, yeah, he has a goddamn, the stupidest looking shit I've ever seen in my life. He is going to permit you to take a break. He's going to let you. He's just going to let you take a break when he feels like it. Like, if you deserve it. You know what I mean? Like, there's no fucking equality there. So you can get fucking just shit canned. Pratt said the difference between the state and federal law creates confusion. How could you lose? Pratt said employers can still provide lunch breaks and rest periods if they choose to. At his business, a landscaping company, will continue to offer those breaks. Pratt is also the sponsor of a bill that would weaken the state's child labor laws. Dude, these motherfuckers want slaves. This dude just wants fucking slaves. I don't give a shit. I'm a hard-working man. To say such things about me, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. If you watch this, I know you probably will. Like, fuck. Guys like this usually Google themselves. If your fucking aide passes this on to you, go fuck yourself, Philip. Like, fuck yourself and your stupid fucking wrinkled ass, you piece of shit. I fucking hate you. I'm a Marine. I'm a former United States Marine Corps infantryman. I fucking hate you. You are a fucking blight on the United States of America. You're unironically a piece of shit. As a veteran, you fucking disgust me because you're no better to me than the goose-stepping fucks that we killed back in 45. You're filth. You are filth. Like, if you pop by and you want to understand how I feel about you. Goddamn. The elimination of rest and meal breaks is particularly concerning to Michelle Henry, a Louisville employment law attorney at Craig Henry PLC, who called the measure simply unfair to employees who are spending 8 or more hours a day at the workplace. They should be entitled to time off to eat and to engage in other activities, Henry said. Eliminating breaks increases the chance of injuries and burnout. Dwayne Hammonds, director of wage and hours for the State Department of Workplace Standards at the Education and Labor Cabinet, brought up similar criticisms. Paid breaks and mealtimes are essential workplace standards that contribute to the mental and physical well-being of each and every employee we have in this Commonwealth, Hammond said. He pointed out that Kentucky's labor law has mandated breaks and seventh-day overtime for decades. By the way, taken away, you can work 7 days, they literally just nonstop. They'll just work you nonstop. You can't complain because you'll be fired. They take away your overtime. You don't get nothing. You don't get nothing extra. If you're the kind of fucking, and I'm gonna say this word with the capital B on it, if you're the kind of fucking bitch who is just like, oh, why don't you just work a little bit harder? I like putting in them hours. You are a fucking kept pet, and you deserve no respect. If someone loves you, they're doing it it's a mistake because you're the fucking worst person ever. Non-stop work. Non-stop work. You don't get a fucking thing extra. Nothing. Your Sunday gone, Monday through Sunday. Sunday through Monday, ho. Nothing. You don't get an extra fucking penny. And if you complain, they're going to fucking fire you because it's a right to fire state. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. The bill could also open the door for employers to not pay workers for travel for long commutes to and from distant work sites and even travel between sites during the workday. Employers would have no liability for not paying employees who must travel to several locations for work, such as HVAC, repair work, plumbers, electricians, landscapers, construction workers. Organized labor groups and the Kentucky Center for Economic Policy, a left-leaning think tank based in Berea, also opposed the bill. Why the sudden urgency to repeal laws that are in place to protect Kentucky's workers? Because they fucking want slaves. They want fucking slaves. All fucking Republicans that support this shit are pro-slavery. That's it. You're pro-slavery. You want to fucking strip the fucking working man of his rights. Which, when he doesn't have rights anymore, what is he? What is a working man without rights? He's a fucking slave, is exactly what it is. Taking his money, taking his off time, taking his fucking weekends with his kids. Who the fuck do you think you are? And I know it's her and all that shit too, but like quite literally, losing my fucking cool. Insanity. Fucking insanity. Atkins represents the Kentucky AFL-CIO and the Kentucky State Building Construction Trades Council. Reducing back pay and increasing lawsuits? Henry, dude, when I first read this, I was like, I have to cover this. I read this like 2 days ago. My wife sent it to me. And I was like losing my mind at fucking 2 a.m. reading it as I'm trying to fall asleep, like foaming at the fucking mouth, pissed about this stupid shit. Henry, the employment law attorney, said the bill, if passed, would negatively impact people who have been underpaid, as well as the legal system as a whole. The bill would change the statute of limitations for bringing employment lawsuits from 5 to 3 years. That means employers who underpay their employees would have to pay back lost wages for only 3 years instead of 5, Henry said. That could drive up the number of lawsuits filed by employees who think they've been shorted, Henry said. Attorneys will file lawsuits more quickly instead of first trying to negotiate a resolution with the employer, she predicted. Which is another thing, like, the less rights workers have, the less chill they're going to be. We know this from history, because when you get all the way back to slaves, you know, you have slave revolts, which are pretty bad. When you get to unions, you got or fucking like people trying to break even just standard unions up. Then you have like union fucking wars with people. Even going a little bit more, there's conflict when shit like this happens. Having these laws in place and having buffers around certain aspects of work that fucking employers will try to shortcut on creates a sense of fair play between the laborer and the owner. If you don't have anything like that with that sense of fair play, there's first off no reason to not fucking organize and strike. First off, there is, if this gets passed, literally anyone who does not fucking organize and strike, like the second that they can, you're a fucking psycho. You're a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? Like, unironically, like, be mean to people, and this is like one of the fucking rare things I'll say. If you have people that are like, I think it's fine to get paid minimum wage, like, and they're like a co-employee of you, like, oh, I'm kind of scared to do that. If fear motivates somebody, right, and that fear is motivating them to harm your fucking bottom end, make them fear you, like, in return, right? They shouldn't be comfortable coming to you. Tell them to go sit with the boss. Put them back in the fucking kitchen. You know what I mean? Do not permit anyone, do not ever permit anyone to take the fucking boss's side. Don't allow it. Who the fuck? Treat them like shit. Make them eat alone. Like, literally ostracize them. Because first off, anybody that's pro the boss, if you're just talking about this shit, they're going to be fucking ratting on you the second they can. Anybody that's like, well, I don't know, $7.25 seems like a fair wage in 2024. Don't fucking permit kindness to go in their direction, because they are just fucking ops. They're fucking miserable. They will ruin your life and the lives of everyone around them just for the sweetest, most minuscule, salty taste of fucking boss cock. Like, they will fucking do anything for it. They think about it. The possibility of sucking a single fucking pube off the boss's nutsack is like the happiest day of their goddamn life. I know this is getting ridiculous, but the disdain I feel for not just bosses that are anti-labor, but for anti-labor workers is insane. It really goes crazy, because in the military, those kind of guys, you know, you all sleep together at the end of the night. So you can kind of have like after hours conversations about like, hey, why don't you shut the fuck up with your good ideas? You know, like, hey, why the fuck did you tell the fucking boss like what we're up to? Like, why the fuck are you talking to him? You can have that conversation. You can't necessarily do that IRL, but you do not have to be nice to them. Don't fuck civility, bro. Make yourself fucking heard, because they're just gonna keep taking shit away from you. By the way, you're getting robbed. You're getting fucking burgled. You're getting bent over and fucked inside out by these people, and it's gonna continue endlessly. If you are a Republican, literally just stop voting Republican until you at least get your fucking workers' rights back. Just go labor for a fucking fraction of a second, so that you don't end up having you and your entire fucking family working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week at the fucking finger pincher for $10 a goddamn hour and a rotten turnip. Like, this is so fucking un-American. It's unironically like anti-American. It's anti-fucking patriotic, in my opinion, for anybody to be trying to treat an American worker like this. If you want to fucking talk about outside the country and get all pissy about it, whatever the fuck. But this is next door. This is my fucking state. This is the Commonwealth of Kentucky. This is the time to get fucking mad. Like, if you want to fucking build a coalition, this is the shit to coalition build about, all right? Leave the confusing, difficult to understand foreign issues that you can't quite fucking talk to people about. Leave those at home for 5 fucking minutes. Just kill your darlings. Kill your darlings is what we call it. And fucking start talking to people that are close to you that might be supporting the red side of things, that they're taking your fucking lunch break. It's not even a joke. It's your fucking lunch break. The lunch break. Like, how fucking hard can I say that? Paid lunch breaks gone. Like, the one thing you have. The one thing you have. And also rest breaks. So I'll shout out everyone who's like, well, you know, I don't know, Donald Trump has something to say about it. Yeah, remember all those times you had to go fucking cry in the freezer because you had a goddamn bad day? It happens to dudes too. You were working on the fucking forklift and you got a call and you had to go just sit in the freezer and have yourself a little fucking boo-hoo. You're fired now. You can't have that. You can't have the 5 minutes in the freezer. You can't shit without watching your fucking clock because they can fire you for taking the shit now. They're taking everything from you. You have nothing. Sweet Cheeks is fucking workers' rights. Unintended consequences. The House Small Business and Information Technology Committee, which Pratt chairs, approved the measure on a party line vote. But even some GOP members who voted yes for the bill expressed doubts about it. Because they're fucking conservative. You can't elect conservative politicians at this point. They are like they're lemming built to the bottom. They all look like this guy. They're all fucking like different versions of this same mold. This dude doesn't have any fucking thoughts going on in his head. He's just concerned about going out on a fucking yacht. And every time somebody tells him like, oh, you know, like we got to pay another $3,000 because they were taking breaks or something, you know, whatever. He gets some fucking like note where he's like, starts freaking the fuck out. He pisses his pants in line at KFC. You know, the typical fucking conservative shit. God damn. For example, Representative Savannah Maddox, Republican, Dry Ridge, voted yes. Voted yes on the bill, but said, there are questions that have occurred to me. I definitely want to learn more about what we're voting on. You dumb bitch. At a certain point, can't you just, you know, if it walks like a duck and it quacks like all that good old shit, you know, people are like, oh, free speech, all this shit. You're kind of a dumb bitch, right? Is there a different way to say that? Is there a nicer way to get that across that'll actually still have the same kind of punch? Because I don't think fucking the working man in the ass and doing it while not even, I just had to vote, I have to vote red, I have to vote red, I have to vote red. We're free thinkers over here. We're free thinkers on this side of the aisle. We try to weigh shit out. Have you heard about transgender story time? Meanwhile, the dumb bitch parade is fucking trotting down the goddamn aisle, voting on fucking bills they haven't read that strip their fucking constituents, the people that they fucking voted them into office, strip their constituents of their fucking break, their fucking lunch break. You fucking asshole. Did you think about it? You know where you should have taken a second to read it? You goofy fuck. Fuck you, Savannah. On your fucking lunch break at the Capitol. When you have lunch, maybe you could have popped it out while you had 30 minutes to yourself and read a little bit about how you're fucking the American voter. Representative Susan Whitten, R. Louisville, broke with her party and passed on voting. Whitten said she is concerned about the bill's unintended consequences. Passed on voting. Just say fucking nay. Grow a backbone. Grow your first backbone. It's a supermajority. Republicans have fucking supermajorities everywhere. Everywhere. The whole entirety of Kentucky. All these fucking people, they'll fucking ruin your whole Thanksgiving talking about like, when's someone gonna speak up about the transgender daycare? When the hell is someone gonna show Hunter Biden's cock on CNN? Like, I gotta hear that shit fucking over and over and over again. These fucking cock-sucking pieces of shit can do one fucking thing right. One fucking thing. Grow a fucking backbone for 2 fucking seconds. Think about the people that live in this world that aren't them or at their fucking yacht club or where, I don't know, fucking weirdo Epstein sex cult out in the middle of fucking Hazard or some shit. I don't know. There's no way that's cool. Like, it's happening in Hazard. They're in Owensburg. Let's be honest. Or Georgetown. Actually, probably Georgetown. Like, just fucking vote no. Just be like, you know what? I'm going to vote no on this because it's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, it's the dumbest bill. It's just literally stupid. All I got to say is if it succeeds and it gets passed, first off, I'm fine. I fucking work for myself. I'm good. My wife has a job that's like a different job, you know, so she is going to be fucking suffering from this. But almost literally, statistically speaking, 99.9% of all Republican voters. Like, everybody that's a little fucking butthurt about, yeah, what about diversity, inclusion, and education? What about this? What about that? When are we gonna bring coal back? Like, why the fuck do you want to bring coal back? You can't take a fucking lunch break anymore unless the unions fucking argued it out. And there's not very many union coal mines in fucking Kentucky anymore because there's not a lot of coal mines in Kentucky. I think it's like 13. It's either 13 or like 31 total operating coal mines. Not a lot. The bill passed on a 9-4 vote and will now move to the House floor for a vote by the full chamber. This is embarrassment. This should, if Republicans were not built weak and spineless and we're not a bunch of fucking lead poisoned sociopaths at this point, like, I can't fucking take them seriously. This should kill the re-election chances of everybody running this year. Every single Republican down ballot that's related to this bill should be fucking obliterated. Fucking obliterated. But we are going to get so many fucking apologists out there. Man, I don't know. It's just kind of confused. Why does it have to be written into law? Why can't you work that out with your fucking employer? Blah, 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 blah. Like, dude, have you ever had a fucking job? Like, this is like, you got to step past everybody that's fucking mealy-mouthed, whiny bullshit. I don't give a fuck. You got to step past everybody because this is like serious shit. If you're getting so fucking distracted by things that aren't even happening in the fucking country right now, or at the next, like, about the next fucking election, if you're so fucking out of your mind, oh, I'm fucking freaked out about this, that, they're literally gonna fucking put you in chains 2 more elections down, unironically. Like, I would not, that was a thing we used to have in America, right? Even not the slavery. They used to fucking literally chain people to their workstations to keep them fucking working. That's just a thing that happened. They're gonna fucking bring it back. I know that there's a lot of bad shit. All right, and you want to try to make a moral stance on stuff. We're going to be talking about it a little bit later in this program. We will be talking about it. All right, but like, dude, we are going to have American kids losing hands in fucking presses again. You know what I mean? Having their fucking feet cut off by goddamn lawnmowers. They are literally not old enough to legally be able to fucking operate independently anywhere else but for fucking Philip Dipshit's fucking goddamn landscaping company. I am unironically pissed about this. Like, I'm losing my cool. I am definitely saying shit I probably shouldn't be saying, but it like has to be said. Like, I have to get it off my chest because I feel fucking insane about this. It's literally next door. Like, when I walk outside of my house, when I sit in my house, this is the political landscape that I fucking exist in, and it's coming to a fucking Republican controlled government near you. Philip Fuckboy does not come up with his own fucking shit. I'm not even going to bother looking up what PAC or what Koch brothers fueled cocksuck fucking circle jerk orgy of dark money, or even probably just light money, just raw fucking campaign contributions that are no better than bribes get fucking pumped into him. He probably does it for free because he fucking watches Fox News. He's not even a fucking hooah. He's just a slut for the Republican Party. He doesn't even get fucking paid for the sloppy toppy that he gives. This dumb motherfucker's not thinking that shit through. He's not figuring. He can't fucking write a bill. This dude can't fucking read. I saw his website. This dude doesn't have the ability to put together fucking legislation. He's a fucking inbred son of money, like probably all the fucking rest of them are up there. And if you're not, stop fucking acting like one, Phil, you fucking prick piece of shit. Fuck this guy. Literally fuck him. Fuck this asshole. Fuck every fucking Republican that votes for this shit. And fuck every goddamn idiot motherfucking voter that puts these people in office. Like, you're just fucking yourself over drag queen story hour. You know what I mean? What in the fuck do you guys want on your side that's worth what you're losing? Like, I want that from Republicans. Oh, it's going to be, when are we going to have justice returned? When's Hunter Biden going to stand for? You know, they're trying to overthrow the democratic process. We still don't understand. We don't know exactly where the votes are going. Dude, what the fuck? You guys won these elections. You guys fucking won these Republican elections, all right? I don't know if they're cheating or not. And they're still just fucking stealing rights from you, from the fucking working person. If you're a fucking Republican and you're like giving money to people that are like, oh no, just gotta just pay attention to this, pay attention to that, look away. What in the fuck are you looking away for? Like, what are you what is your drive right now? I have to know. I literally have to know what is worth this. What is worth these losses? Because, by the way, that's not the end of it. That's not the end of it. Kids working, no overtime, kids working, who are going to, by the way, steal your jobs, you fucking morons. And no lunch break, no paid lunch break, and no fucking break time. Like, what the fuck was worth that? What did you get? What is the win? Is it the ability to see fucking Donald Trump have fucking like full-on sundowner syndrome on stage one more time? Is it like you feel like you're finally getting back at the SNL cast for like, I don't know, making some sort of untoward joke with your accent? Like, what the fuck are you getting out of it? What is it? What is it? I have to fucking know. Like, literally hit me up. I want this fight. I want this fight so bad. I am going to say the worst words to you. It is going to be a TOS nightmare. We can probably have it off stream. I'll do anything. It's fucking insanity. It's like literally, I'll just talk over you the entire time. You probably shouldn't fucking reach out to me because I cannot take whatever is in opposition, like pro this. I cannot take you seriously. You're like literally a monster. You just get fucking dunked on. God damn. I'm sure the libs feel very owned by this. Everyone's going to be owned. In a literal sense, not even like the fun, like, oh, it's a joke and you feel bad about it. It's just like, oh, no. You're going to be literally property of the fucking Budweiser Corporation. Like, every day you have to wake up and fucking walk around and plant Durham wheat so that we can sell more Budweiser to you at the company store. ALEC, American Legislative Exchange Council, is the source for this sort of shit. I'm not surprised. I can't look too hard. I can't get fucking mad. Goddamn boomers didn't inherit an iota of the courage their parents had. No, they watched all those fucking World War II Nazi documentaries and took all the fucking wrong lessons from it. Like, maybe the Nazi scientists didn't have a point. Where's that video? Is that a video out there? You guys fucking are even more extremely online than I am. Is there somebody that's finally like made the connection between watching too much Ancient Aliens and other dumb fucking like Nazi content on History Channel and turning your fucking like boomer lead-addled parents into fucking zombies? Like, there has to be a thing. That's a pipeline. That's the most true pipeline ever. Just watching fucking westerns from the 1960s and History Channel Nazis alive. How did we beat them then? Fucking Once Upon a Time, the American Dream. And then eventually you just start fucking watching like way too much Jack Reacher. I like everywhere you always hear, oh, we need a third option, but you never hear that in like, no one ever says that about red states, right? Like, why aren't we trying to run third options for all of our like minor council seats? I am to a point, I am going to say this unironically, I am to a point where I deeply fucking believe I would probably put like an unhealthy amount of money on it if I could actually, it was a provable thing. I deeply believe people like fucking Second Thought and unironically Hassan at this point, I think that they're fucking ops. Like unironically ops, because they will get people psycho out of their fucking minds about shit that they literally can't do fucking anything about. And stuff like this is happening in everybody's backyard right now. Everybody's backyard. Like your fellow Americans just need a hand up, right? And I know some of you guys are like from out of country, but like, does the same shit not happen to you? I know that everything's not going good over there on Turf Island, but like when any fucking coverage is coming up for your streamers, like, are you guys ever talking about what's going on there? Or is it just fucking like, are you constantly clout chasing well, here it is again, America, fucking Empire of Evil. Like, you have to listen to that fucking like for the 700th fucking time. And people, I don't know what we're going to do. I just don't know what we're going to do about this. I guess it's just a fucking genocide you're gonna have. Like I fucking listen to somebody like literally spiral out, get everybody pissed off, and then nothing fucking happens. You know what I mean? Like, it's a beer hall putsch, but you don't even leave the beer hall. You just sit there and get drunk and sad, and then give him like $800 and go back to your job on Monday. Like, what the fuck? I think it's legitimately an op. I am so fucking suspicious, especially the more I watch some of the people, especially in their immediate like orbiting area. It's very strange. I found this thing today because I've been looking for it. Once you start looking for it, like true psycho that I am, I start finding it. And it might not be anything, but this was crazy. Well, this was crazy. Did you guys see the Jordan Peterson tweet? That was fucking awesome. I thought this one was fake. You have become pathetic beyond comprehension, AP, and the woke death will soon visit you. And the AP just said, a New Jersey city that limited street parking hasn't had a traffic death in 7 years. It was talking about who is and who isn't like a real leftist, okay? And this dude starts saying, nobody works for free. Okay, but like what's your proof? And he says, literally, this person literally mirrors the Biden administration talking points. What progressive leftist does that? I follow leftists, hardcore leftists, and they sound nothing like him. Follow Rev Black Network and Midwestern Marxist. And you will see a night and day difference. No leftist debates lesser of two evil for Biden. That's what this person said. And then I go to his fucking his thing. I screen capped it on my phone, and it's believe and do the right things. Official Team Trump rep for Black American outreach. Magadoni. Like, it might just be a bot account. I don't know, but I feel like there's serious op shit going on. Like unironic, serious fucking op shit. Half of it's intentional, like from like random companies and stuff, and then a bunch of it's just script kiddie 3.0, whatever the fuck you want to call AI botters these days, just fucking shits and giggling, trying to fucking burn people's rights. Just like a bunch of fucking Chinese bot accounts and stuff. Like, I am to a point where this is permanent with me. I am going to start treating every person that does not speak to me in fucking great English written. You are fucking on notice, because if I can't delineate the quality of your speech from fucking AI or some sort of like weirdo fucking foreign bot poster, ignored. Attacked and ignored. So you guys better come at me with fucking proper punctuation and syntax, because even that one I just looked at, it's got that weird thing where there's a space and then a period after every sentence. Like, I've never seen that spelling error as much as I see it on like Twitter nowadays, and I think Elon Musk is being fucking inflated in that direction with probably like Chinese or Russian fucking influx money that's just like, please put out as much fucking anti-Ukraine propaganda as you fucking can. Literally as much fucking like deunite the left fucking propaganda as possible. We need any option in red states. I mean, true. Honestly, third options in red states would work well, because no one is going to vote for Democrats. That's not true. We had a fucking Democrat win here. Andy Beshear won governor. Hopefully, like this, more than likely, this might not actually pass. Like, well, it might pass, but it'll get vetoed by Beshear at the top. He kind of barely, but like by a bit. It's hard to describe how Kentucky politics works simplistically. You have to have a lot of background knowledge, but he was sort of guaranteed to win because he ran against a black guy in Kentucky, which, you know, there's always that. But also, he's pretty well liked, and he's pretty pro-labor stuff. You know what I mean? Not like pro fucking like keeping jobs in Kentucky and keeping work going and stuff. The Commonwealth or the state, however you want to call it, the state is leaking jobs, leaking people, and leaking money constantly because Republicans are fucking repugnant. Like, they just make the place horrible to live. And they want to turn it into like some sort of psycho fucking free work Christian nightmare state. I don't know. But even they don't quite understand that, like, we're being so repellent. Like, you can't get people to work here. It doesn't matter how much fucking tax refunds and shit that you get. Like, motherfuckers just, you can't, like, good doctors are not just all women. This is the other reason, by the way, that they want to prevent like women and gay people and minorities from getting like high degree positions, because you're just qualified to do it at that point, and you start refilling the roster with people that maybe don't want to work in a white Christian ethno state because bad. And so like it creates massive brain drains in areas like fucking Kentucky where people just don't want to go to work. Like, it's hard to get somebody to come and be a fucking cardiovascular surgeon in Louisville, Kentucky. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that's specifically the case, but I've been talking about doctors, to that specific specialty. But like, people just don't want to fucking live here. Like, it fucking sucks. You know what I mean? Like, I don't hate it because I've always lived in places like this, so like I'm fucking used to it. But if you spend, 12 years of your life getting an advanced degree in whatever, like, is your first choice going to be Lexington, which is like okay compared to some of the other places, but then you get a little bit out there, like, do you want to go practice fucking heart surgery in fucking Berea? Like, you want to go out, like, you're going to go work at a fucking rural hospital, like, what are you? Is this an act of charity? Aren't you gay? They'll fucking like hang you there, won't they? And you're like, well, maybe. Hopefully not.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.